whilst live streaming. Don't know how successful this is going to be, but happy to give it a go, and we'll see what happens. So I'm going to drive around the town of Anapa, a little bit anyway, and then going to head off out of town, out to one of the rural villages where we live. So give you an idea of the roads, give you an idea of the town, and I'll stop from time to time to answer any questions that people might have. So yeah, wish me luck. Now, straight away, this is going to be a bit of a bouncy journey because I don't have a proper mount for the car. This is just something that I'm trying out. So let's see how we go. So we're just on the outskirts of Anapa, on the edge of town, and I'm going to go left at the traffic lights and go into the town. It's going to be a bit busy today. There's a lot of traffic about. Feels almost like holiday season, to be honest, which I suppose it is, really, isn't it? But by that I mean normal seaside holiday season. But there's a lot of people in Anapa at the moment because they're helping with a clean-up operation on the beach. Some of you may be aware that we've had an oil slick on the beach, and that's not a fair description of what's actually happened. It's been absolutely catastrophic, and we've had thousands of people here every day helping clean it up. It's been remarkable, truly remarkable. And I certainly want to thank each and every one of the people that have donated money, that have come down and helped to clean up the beautiful area, the beautiful beach. So there's going to be a bit of traffic today, but let's see what happens. Let's see how we go. Try and get the settings right. And it's going to be a bit hit and miss. But what it will do is give you an idea of a Russian town. This is a seaside resort. I do want to go in this restaurant dead ahead, right in frame now. It just looks really interesting. It's got lots of like Greek warriors outside. It just looks really interesting. So as I say, this is the edge of town. We're just going to drive through the middle of the town, then back out, just to give you an idea of what the town is like. It's dare I say, a typical seaside resort. I suppose it is. Lots of touristy stuff, lots of places to eat, and like I say, we're in holiday season, so lots of traffic. So a bit of a live stream with a difference, I guess, from my usual walkabout. But I've just done a live, not a live stream. I've just done a video whilst driving around our village. So the sort of the back roads of our village and the drive down into Anapa, just to again give people an idea of our location and what village life is like. So I'll upload that possibly later today. But thought I'd jump on a live and just see, just see how this works, if it works. There's 21 people in so far, so I'm guessing you can hear and see me. Maybe not see me, but yeah. It's a lovely, lovely day down here. Out in our village, it's actually very cold, 0 degrees, and everything's white. So to drive down here and everything's green and sunny, quite nice. Chase, hello. How you doing, my friend? Living the dream in the town. Yeah, some of you may know towns aren't my favourite kind of place. I've been a townie, but I now much prefer living outside of a town and being able to visit it when I want. All the advantages and none of the disadvantages. So, like I say, no idea how this is going to work out, but we'll see. I'm sure it'll lose signal and service from time to time. Please bear with. I'll give you an idea of driving in a Russian town. Oh wow! You're so lucky. I wish I did not live in the UK. It's not luck. It's putting in the effort. Really, it's not. There's no luck about anything that we've done. It's just all down to the effort. Hi, hi, hi. I'm very well, thank you. Kakdila. Хорошо. Lizzie, hello. I don't speak Russian, I'm afraid. Wish I did. I'm learning. Okay. Lizzie, can I do a shout out to you? There you go, Lizzie. Lizzie, is that Lizzie Cannon struggling to see? My dream is to live in a shack in the woods. Okay. Lizzie, there you go. Hope that's made your day. I'll catch up with the chat now and again. I'll have to stop because obviously I'm not going to be reading it whilst I'm driving, but we'll be talking. So we just passed a little gyro place, and that was my first experience of gyros in Russia, whatever you want to call them. Glorified kebabs. Way, he's had a couple of beers. Good lad. It is Christmas after all. Well, not here. It's not. It's just another day. Tomorrow's the big holiday in Russia. New Year. You subscribed to me. Thank you, Lizzie. Appreciate that. So yes, you're coming out in our new truck, our new toy. So we've had this a week or two now. This car. And I love it. I absolutely love this thing. It's epic. What time is it there? It is 1:36 p.m. on a Monday. So a normal day here. This is one of the main roads on the edge of the town, through the middle of the town, if you like. And I'm going to go up here a bit further, and then we'll take a right and head down into the town a little bit. Now, a lot of the town you won't be able to see because it's a pedestrian area. So unless I park up and go for a walkabout, which I don't know, is that what you want to do? Do you want to see driving, or do you want me to go walkabout in the town? Let me know. It's a democracy, so the majority will decide. Have you met anyone? I've met hundreds of people. Is it true they only have tens and ones in Russia? Hey, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Gumby, why are you such an amazing admin in Sam's Telegram? Thank you, Gumby. That's very nice of you to say. So I actually moderate in Sam from Sam's Russian Adventures. I moderate in his Telegram channel, his Telegram group, just because he's super busy and doesn't have the time to weed out the idiots. And I don't think he's as ruthless as me. Sam's a very, very kind person. I'm a bit brutal at times, and I don't suffer fools. So, when people pop in, start talking rubbish about Russia or Russians without having any understanding of what they're talking about, I really don't have a lot of time. I tend to delete them. Now, whether that's good or bad, I don't know. 10 hours behind where I am in New Zealand. Wow. Well, New Zealand, Rigo, California. Blimey, you lot are all over the place today. That's cool. So anyhow, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to drive or do you want me to walk? If I'm driving, I'll get a quick lap of the town and then I'll head out to our village. Then maybe I can go walking around our village, but the weather's not as nice there, I'll tell you that now. Or if I'm walking, then I'll park up somewhere and go for a wander. Do you work for the government? Good grief. How shall I answer that? Well, straight away, no. Of course I bloody don't. Just a bloke filming, driving in his car. Sorry, I've got a bit of contempt for those kind of questions because they're usually laced with a bit of Western poison, aren't they? There's usually some kind of propaganda behind it. No, I don't work for the Russian government. I am just a happily retired man from the UK. Yeah, I understand. Cool. Understood. Wink, wink. So, yeah, guys, let me know. Let me know. Do you want me to go walkabout round Anapa? Or do you want me to drive? So we're heading down to the sea. The sea is in the distance, actually, in between the trees. It's about 500 metres from here, I suppose. And we've got a lovely, we're driving through the middle of the park. There's a park that runs through the middle of Anapa. Call it a park, but I'm going to get Lenin's Memorial over here. See that, hopefully. And so that park literally runs down through the middle. The road is either side of it. And I've done a few videos and live streams from there. I'm just going to stop outside the bank, catch up with the chat, because I don't want to be reading it whilst driving. That's not good. So, what am I doing? Am I parking or walking? Yes, drive. Drive, drive. Okay, drive, monkey boy. That's what I'll do. Right, you're going to have to bear with the signal. It's going to cut in and out, obviously, with driving. Just trying to think if I can show you anything from here. Not really. It's all the one way. Little resort hotel. Actually, a famous YouTuber was staying there recently. Or infamous. Oh, let's nip out of it quick. Cheeky. Let me know in the comments whether you like this kind of idea, whether streaming while driving or doing a driving video is something you're interested in. I can certainly cover a lot more ground. I may not be on the ball so much with questions, and the signal might be a bit hit and miss, but I can certainly get around a bit more. And I think for the purpose of video, like I say, I've done one video driving around our village, and if you guys like it when I upload it, then I might do more. And at that point, I might also buy a gimbal mount for the car, so the video quality will improve significantly. So, I suppose be a typical town, seaside resort. You can't really get to the seafront. But as you can see, Russia does have roads and things like traffic lights and paths. Lizzie wants me to walk. Do you prefer to live in Russia? Hell yes. That's an easy question to answer, to be honest. Let me just pull up here. Love this pine tree road. Stop. Oh, you stupid thing. I don't know how to cancel the indicators. There you go. Bloody hell. You can tell it's a new car, can't you? Yes, I definitely prefer to live in Russia. For me, everything here is better apart from the price of cars. What does the username mean? If you have a look at my YouTube channel, the first video you'll probably see will explain why. Do you still have tea in Russia? Cool. Yeah, not many. Yeah, tea is a huge thing over here. There is so many varieties of tea. It will blow your mind. If you're in the UK and you think that we know about tea, trust me, we have no clue. Not a clue. Tea is a massive thing out here. And like I say, there so much variety and so many places to buy it from. Have you heard of Bald and Bankrupt? Yes, I have, and I am unimpressed. The guy just likes drama and thrives on it, from what I can tell. So yeah, that's all I'll say about that guy. Sergey, nice to see you. To see you, nice. Hi, Chris. Hi, all. Happy New Year. Thank you, Sergey. Same to you. Right, let's press on. Now, if I drive out of town, I know I will lose connection halfway along the journey. So I shall probably drive about round Anapa for a little bit, and then maybe go for a walk. Yeah. And we're off. Like I say, it's a lovely sunny day here today. Sergey, do you like your new car? Sergey, I love this thing. I absolutely adore it. Um, I'm still learning so much stuff. It's got so much kit on it. Um, so I'm still learning about it, still touching buttons and going, "Ooh, look at that." But yeah, I love the thing. It's epic. So comfortable. Loads of space. Yeah, it just does everything and more. Um, and yeah, it has been off road a few times already, and I can say that it performs outstandingly. There you go. My best British accent. It's outstanding, sir. Yeah, no, love the car. Driving a Haval H9, if you're unaware of the new car, Chinese car. And we had a Haval before, which we part exchanged for this one because we've loved owning it so much. It's been a great car, really has. Um, and completely turned my opinion on Chinese cars completely. I was absolutely a BMW, Mercedes, Audi kind of guy. Never dream of buying a Chinese car, but I've got to say, they're epic. This is a Chinese Land Cruiser. I think that's probably the best way to describe it to you guys. And it's brilliant. It is absolutely brilliant. Got an amazing deal, which I've covered off in a video. Have a look. The best car dealership in Russia. Fantastic service. Brilliant deal on the car. Yeah. So yeah, love the car. Absolutely love it. So this is Anapa. This is a coastal town on the coast of the Black Sea, and currently got a environmental crisis going on. Where there's been an oil spill in the Kerch Strait, where a couple of tankers broke up in a storm and dumped the cargo into the sea. So tens of kilometres of coastline have been terribly affected with oil slicks, and there are thousands of people here every day clearing it up, which is, yeah, it's amazing. So that's what's happening in Anapa at the moment. It's all about the beach, and they obviously want to make sure that it's clean as soon as possible. And I've done a couple of videos about the beach, and it really has been quite upsetting, really has, to see it. But yeah, they've made an amazing job they've done. Would you stay there if your wife passed on? Oh God, oh, that's a horrible thought. I don't really want to think too much about not having my wife around, not for any reason other than I love her a bit. And yeah, I couldn't imagine my life without her, to be honest. I couldn't imagine my life without her. Would I stay in Russia? Yeah, do you know, I think I would. I think it's easy to say until that you're in that situation. It's difficult. But aside from some friends and family in the UK has nothing to offer me. You know, I just, all I've watched over the last 30 or 40 years is the UK decline. So yeah, I'd be living a worse life if I went back to the UK. I wouldn't be living the kind of life that I live now. I'd have to go back to work, and I'd be living, you know, I won't say in poverty, but I wouldn't have the lifestyle that I have now. I certainly wouldn't be living in a house with a swimming pool. Although that is up for sale. Check out the channel. There's a video of the house, which we are in the process of putting up for sale. Why, you might ask? Yeah, I don't know. Asking that myself. Anyway, I'm going to turn back now into town, and then I'm going to go for a walk. So hopefully I can satisfy not only the people that want to see a bit of driving, but also you walkers. Probably pay more attention to the chat and get a better signal as well. Don't do it. Don't do it. Thought he was going to be a lemming then. I've got to say the gearbox in this Val is so much better than the previous one we had. ZF gearbox in this, and it's the difference. Right, that'll do. Right, Alvin. Personally, I love it here, but I'm here for my wife, not Russia. Okay. Yeah, I'm neither. I'm here for me. I'm here for me. I'm here for my wife. I'm here for our family. I'm living our best life. We all are. Good answer, though. Thank you. Right. Well, hopefully, I've still got some service, and you're still with me. And let's go walkabout. Let's see if I can find some microphones. Although it doesn't look windy out there, so I might skip that in a minute. But I know I'm going to need some power, so let's get that sorted out. So what are you guys doing today? Where are you? Seem to be various places around the world. Hope you're not working. Ooh, terrible thought. I'd like to say I remember what working was like, but I'd be lying. Right, let's go wandering. And we're off. In which country from? So I'm from the UK, but I'm in Russia. And this town is called Anapa. It's on the coast of the Black Sea, about 60 miles from Crimea. And we're just going to go for a wander. Don't know where we'll end up. Definitely we'll end up at the beach. I just want to see how the guys are getting on down there. I think in the town, the beach, they've done a pretty good job of, from what I can tell. And a big old clean-up operation. As I said in my video earlier, which I'll possibly upload later tonight, I'm not going to use Soviet era when I see something old, or pre-revolution or post-revolution. I'm just going to call it old, because it just sounds a little bit cliche coming from a Westerner that doesn't know what he's talking about. It's really interesting building, that. I'll give a shout out to this building here, Giro's Pizza, Sharma Hole. Lovely. If you just want a lunchtime snack, you know, a Giro or a baguette or Sharma, this place is epic. And the reason I say that is because it's all so fresh. Everything is fresh. I've never had a bad experience in there. We eat in there a lot. I think connection might be challenging at times, as will the wind noise, I'm afraid. Ryan, how do you like Russia? Well, don't like the internet connection at the minute, so apologies for that. But I am on the sort of edge of the town, so, and I'm in between a load of buildings, so hang in there. But Ryan, how do you like Russia? Well, I love Russia, mate, I've got to say. Yeah, I just wake up with a smile on my face every day. I love the climate, I love the food, the people are amazing. Very, very humbling experience coming here. I love the attitude. Yeah. I think just go and look at my channel, look at any of the videos, and you'll see pretty quickly that I love it. And it's, you know, it's me, my personal opinion, isn't it? It's not the world's opinion, but we're all entitled to our opinion, and that's mine. I love it here. A lot of people make judgments about this country and its people based on absolutely F all knowledge other than their telly box. They haven't been here. They've got no experience, no personal experience, but they know everything. And I haven't got a lot of time for those people. You need to pass comment and have an opinion based on knowledge. And if you haven't been to a country, how do you know what it's about? All you know is what you're told, and that's a biased view, no doubt. So there we go. Anyhow, I'm not going to go on a rant. I'm determined not to, but I am going to go on a walk. It's a bit chilly today. Sergey, I'm in Moscow. I'm waiting for more snow. Ugh, yuck. They promised it for tomorrow, right on time. Yeah, I'm so past snow. Used to love snow. You know, growing up in the UK, you don't get it that often in the south. And it was always something, you know, as a kid you'd wake up and go, oh, snow! Super exciting. But being older and being out here, where it's a lovely warm climate, snow now, ugh, horrible, no thanks. But if we do get a load of snow, which we probably won't, but if we do, I can go and play, can't I? Take the new Tonka toy out. Ritik, I am from India. Blimey. Well, welcome from India. I don't know if you answered any of the questions from earlier. Oh, no idea. Depends what the questions were. I can tell you that I will answer every single question that I see. Dear, oh dear. Sorry, just reading, I can't even say your name. ICO site tracker on. What's your credit card number? Well, I'll gladly give you my credit card number. No problem at all. It is 000.000. I have no effing clue because I don't have a credit card. How's that? That any good? So we've got 20 seconds stood here waiting in the cold. Then we can press on. Dun, 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 dun. We're off. Haha, joking. Yeah, I'm in a fortunate enough position in life that I don't have credit. I don't owe anybody anything. Is that fortunate, or is that just through good choices? I don't know. You work it out. But coming from a credit-based society where we're told the best thing you can do is get a good credit score, and how do you do that? By taking on a load of debt. Yeah. When you come out of that society and realise that that's a terrible idea, ooh, there's road rage Russian style. Yeah, coming out of that society and that system, no thanks, not for me. Born in Baku, and snow there is a holiday for children and a nightmare for adults. Sergey, yeah, that's exactly it. It's the same as Christmas, isn't it? Christmas is all about children and kids.
But I have absolutely no interest really in Christmas. And that's because I think it just got beaten out of me in the West. You know, Christmas, the only thing people ever talked about was having time off work. That's all we were ever talked about. The topic of conversation, time off work. Like the grill on that Haval. Been looking at those, I'm gonna have to get one. Yeah, that's all Christmas was about, time off work. So the meaning of Christmas, most people have no comprehension of it in the UK anymore. Out here it's a bit different. This time of year is all about family and friends. Look at that. But they didn't find them on the beach. So like I say, I've no idea what the connection's going to be like today. You just have to bear with me. It's going to be a bit in and out as I head towards the centre of the town, where I'm fairly confident the connection should be good. But out here, it's going to be a bit hit and miss. I will have to try and remember where I'm going as well. Because one thing I am good at is getting lost. In fact, I'm really good at that. One of the many Christmas trees around Anapa, and I mean many. In fact, we'll head to the town square, I think, at some point. I'll show you all the Christmas trees there. And where should we go? Where should we go? Let's go straight on. Straight on, but left first. So if you're just joining us, welcome to Anapa, the coast of the Black Sea in southern Russia. We're about 60 miles from Crimea. I'm sure you've heard of that. And it's holiday season. Luckily, I should be all right with that bit of music. The YouTube won't recognise it. So many of you have seen this view before. I've walked down this high street a few times. It's a pedestrian zone, so I haven't got to worry about reading your comments and getting run over. Restaurant. Oh, they look good. Oh no, I shouldn't have stopped here. What have I done? Oh, I'm hungry now. Oh, that was a bad idea. Oh, that bad idea, wasn't it? yeah, as I say, I've covered it many times, but if you're new to the channel, it's crocodiles. It's crocodiles in the high street. Andre, hi, nice to see you. Hi Chris. Olivier salad, tangerines, champagne is ready for New Year's Eve. Nice. That sounds like a plan. Well, we're actually having curry tomorrow night. Why? Well, just because I fancy a curry. So I think we're probably going to go shopping tomorrow. Remember, I'm a bloke. We do all our shopping on the day. None of this planning in advance malarkey like you ladies do. No, no, no. No, we go on the day and cock it all up. That's what we do. So I plan going shopping tomorrow. And I may get the odd bottle of water in to toast the new year. More people about today than I was expecting. A, considering it's cold, and B, considering it's cold. Oh. All I can smell is hot chocolate around here at the moment. Yum. So I'm going to be dropping a few videos. Put one on the channel, which is our house for sale. So have a look at that. Give you a guided tour of our house outside and in. And as I say, we're going to sell it. I know, just finished the damn thing. Literally just finished it, and now we're going to sell it. How stupid is that? Is there such a thing as a pleasant walk? I suppose there is if you like walking. I generally don't. The wife likes me walking. Well, she says she does. I think it's just really get out the house, bastard. Give me some peace. Hi wife, if you're watching. Love you, darling. I do mean that most sincerely. Sergey, did you see another Brit just moved to Russia? No woke block channel. No, I haven't, but they seem to be popping up, don't they? But nice to see another Brit maybe has had a moment of clarity. Alvin, scuba salad is the best Russian New Year's salad. Okay, I've got a scuba Steve. That's my robot that goes in the swimming pool, cleans the bottom of the pool. There's Santa on his train. Interesting. That is a proper Santa as well. That's a real one. That's a real Santa with a real beard and everything. Pretty sure he was dancing down here the other day, break dancing. Look at him, he's giving that kid a proper Christmas, isn't he? Fair play to him. Good lad. Good lad. Lots of little craft stalls. A bit of Christmassy installations. Look at this. Not entirely sure of the Christmas connection, but... Ah, scuba salad. Damn it. Spot crochet. More trees. Look at that. Didn't I? Sorry. Gonna keep dropping, I think, at times. Walking next to these big things. It's gonna kill the signal. But hopefully once we get to the square, should have good signal. Why are you moving? Oh dear, there's a $64 million question. Right, well, the official answer is, according to my wife, we're old. We're not getting any younger, apparently. Not entirely sure I agree with that. And at some point, oh, crab legs, never. Oh, crab legs, I'm definitely coming down here tonight for those. My God. What was I? Oh yeah, apparently I'm old. We're old. No, I'm old. Not getting any younger. And yeah, our daughter is going to be going off to college, which is, I'll be honest, it wasn't something we really thought about. She was a kid, so we didn't really know about stuff like that. But now all of a sudden, she's not a kid, and she's on about going off to college. And we're like, oh. And as the wife quite rightly points out, at that point, we will be rattling around in our house like two peas in a drum. Our house is too big for us. It's perfect for 3, 4, 5 people. It's a bit overkill for 2. Anyhow, it's Christmas. Look. Looks lovely at night. All of this stuff is all lit up. Looks epic. I would say that is probably 40 feet high, that centre Christmas tree, and then the ones around it are probably 20 feet high, which is really cool. And then there's lasers that fire all down through the trees as well. It just looks brilliant. And then there's a light show that gets projected onto this building, and there's another light show that's projected onto this arch. Looks amazing at night, really does. Oh dear, it is chilly. Andre, it's a good channel. Yeah, Shakespeare crying. One very interesting British gentleman living in St. Petersburg a long time. Okay. Looks good. It is good. Seafood, yes. What do I think about the London tree? God almighty, is it worth... Well, there it is, look. There's the London tree. In fact, I'd say that's probably in better shape. Or that one. If you haven't seen it, have a look at Britain's answer to, well, I don't know, what is it? It's just an embarrassment, isn't it? It used to be a big thing. I remember when I was a kid that they would have a tree and it would come from Norway or somewhere in Scandinavia, and it would be a big thing. They'd show it being transported to London and be a massive thing. The Christmas lights turned on and the tree would be amazing. Honestly, if you haven't seen it, go and search for it. Have a look at it this year. It is beyond a joke. It is honestly beyond a joke. And to think that they actually filmed it and had a turning on the lights ceremony for it is just embarrassing, really. You know, when you've got something like this, and this is in the south of Russia, in a little seaside town, and it makes Trafalgar Square Christmas tree look pathetic. Imagine what they've got in the cities over here. Walk in here. So this is all being torn down in the off season and rebuilt. And we've got a little kids park, little playground area. Again, really common. There's always places for the kids over here. Andre's seafood, yeah, I know. I saw those crab legs. Do you know, I've not had, is it snow crab, Alaskan crab, those crab legs anyway. I haven't had those since I last had them with a friend of mine who's died, unfortunately. Larger than life character, John Blakeman, God rest you. You were a gentleman, and I miss him. He was no nonsense kind of guy, didn't take crap from anybody, but had an absolute heart of a lion. And yeah, last time I had crab legs was in his kitchen. He in fact introduced me to them. So I definitely want to go back and get some. So I've been in this area a lot before, but I do want to go down to the beach. So beach or town, what do we do? Where are you now? Well, I'm at the top end of the seafront in Anapa, near the memorial for, what is it, the Turkish War? I don't know, I'm not sure. Turkish Gate. Next to the Greek ruins, like I say, in Anapa, in southern Russia, coast of the Black Sea, about 60 miles from Crimea. There we go. Fountain's turned off, obviously, because it's cold. But this was installed in the summer, and all of this area was completed in the summer. It's kind of cool because you've got these benches and you've got these orange boxes which has got power supply in it, so if your phone's going flat you can charge it up. Getting a phone call in the middle of a live stream, that's not good. Andre, if we speak honestly, England just doesn't have a forest anymore since the 19th century, I guess, so there's no chance to cut a good Christmas tree. Well, there are areas in the UK still that's really nice, and I think people often sort of ask me, oh, why have you moved to Russia? And I sort of normally just turn around and say, well, why not? And I've been called many things. Oh, you're a traitor, you must hate your country, and all this. What crap. I don't hate England at all. I just happen to fall in love with Russia. But what I will say is, if you go to England as a tourist, you will love it, because you'll do the tourist stuff, and you won't really get to see England or understand what daily life is like for people that live there. You'll just do the tourist stuff. You'll go to London, you go to the Houses of Parliament, Big Ben, you do some museums, you go on a Thames cruise, and you might venture out a bit further, go to some of the stately homes and parks, and you'll think, wonderful, oh, England is amazing. But there is a but. If you go there as a tourist, that's exactly what it is, amazing. But if you live there and you have to work for a living, like most people, it ain't that great. It's a struggle. It's hard. It's hard to make a living. It's hard to keep a roof over your head and pay bills. I know, I did it. It's not that fun. What the hell are you doing riding a pit bike along the... Couple of yo-yos on pit bikes along the seafront. Don't know what they're doing. Can't see that lasting long. Mr. Policeman will be having a little word in their shell, like. But from here the beach looks, as it always does, amazing. But over there in the distance I can see the clean-up operation is underway, as it has been for days and days. Lots of equipment down here, digging trenches to catch the oil, and yeah, just loading it up. Thousands of tons of contaminated sand has been shifted, and it's continuing every single day. Amazing, really. Yes, looks like a village near Sochi. About 300 kilometres. Joking. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you too. Yeah, we're about 300 kilometres from Sochi. I'm not sure how good my signal will be down on the beach, so we're going to have a look. I might have to put my hat on. It's definitely a bit chilly. Oh dear, I've become acclimatised to Anapa summers, unfortunately, or fortunately. And I don't like it when it's cold anymore. Andre, I just came back from Belarus. It's visa free for EU citizens till 31st of December. It was very nice, very clean and affordable prices. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, that's a comment that I often get about Anapa when I'm wandering around, or our village, that it's very clean. And that was the first thing probably that I noticed when I came here. Everything's clean. And I don't mean it's minty fresh, you know, no rubbish anywhere, but just compared to the UK. And if you go on my channel and have a look for some of my videos, I did a couple from the UK when we were back there in May of this year, and it's just really sad the amount of rubbish that's kicking about around the town. And I come from an English version of where we are now. I come from a seaside resort. It should all be clean and tidy and, you know, pandering to tourists, but it's just filthy. Such a shame. Anyhow, today Matthew, I am Crocodile Dundee. I'm on walkabout in Park Hotel. That's kind of cool. Nice gym right on the seafront. We're heading towards the aqua park, and I'm pretty sure that will be in a state of disarray at the moment because they pull it apart in the off season. This outdoor grill produces so much shawarma in the summer, and shashlik, obviously closed in the winter, but it is absolutely buzzing, this place, in the summer. Oh, wow. A big old tug, looks like a tugboat out there. That thing, can hear it from here. Do you know what is nice? Seeing all these birds along the shore, because there are a lot of them are dead. A lot have been killed, but a lot have been saved. The volunteers down here have done, well, amazing job. Not only clearing the oil from the beach, because it was just thick crude oil. Not only clearing it, but getting the birds out of it that are washed ashore, and getting them to rehabilitation centres that are set up all along here to get them cleaned up. Do you know what, let's walk along the sand and see how far we get. I don't know how good the signal's going to be, that's the only thing, but I'm willing to give it a try if you're willing to watch. Do you want to go to Crimea? Yes, I definitely do. I absolutely do. Because it looks beautiful. And if you're in the West, just go into YouTube and type in Crimea. See if you can find some videos. It's a beautiful place. Now, it looks like they've got a massive trench dug on the seafront up here. And I'm guessing that's all part of the environmental plan to trap all the crude oil. But looking here, you'd never know it's happened. The water is crystal clear, and the sand is beautiful and clean. But as I say, that is down to the volunteers and the emergency services and everybody involved in the clean-up operation. And they're down here from morning till night every single day. And if you came here 2 weeks ago, you'd have, well, have a look at my channel. I came down to just to do a film, just to do a video of it, and it broke me, I've got to be honest. It was soul destroying. It broke my heart to see it like it. So these people have done an amazing job, and this trench looks like it's, like I say, part of the operation to move the water and trap the oil. But it looks remarkably clean compared to what it was like a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, if you're coming here for the first time, you wouldn't notice. And like I say, they've had thousands of tons of contaminated sand off of this beach right the way along, because it's about 40 kilometres long, and the affected area is from Kerch, from the Kerch Strait where the ships broke up, and I think it goes down as far as Suko towards Sochi. So 60-70 kilometres of coastline has been affected. So it's, well, a major catastrophe, environmental disaster. Obviously nobody in the West reports on that, because, yeah, why would you? It's Russia, who cares? Apparently. Andre, I remember London on the weekends, it always looks like 28 Days Later movie, you know what I mean? Yes, I do. Yeah. Sevastopol is so beautiful, New Year's holidays. Yeah, well, so's Anapa, to be honest. This year it's a little bit of a struggle. And I'm on the wrong side of this stream, so I don't know how long this goes up for. I'll have to nip across it. Yeah, there's normally lots of Christmas installations all along here. But it's a bit toned down this year, given the situation, I guess. Certainly won't be seeing any dolphins today, that's for sure. Although, as I say, the water looks lovely and clear. Now, I'm going to nip across here, I think. Let's find out if this is a good idea. Yes, I was lucky. I wasn't confident of the strength of that sand. So this is all lit up at night. I've got all these trees, all these lights going along here. And as you can see, there are some Christmassy things. So we're going to have a look at those. But last year it was cool. We had Chinese New Year theme down here, so there was lots of Chinese installations. Looked really cool. Jägermeister, I heard it would take years to remediate the oil spill's effect. Hey, I honestly don't know. I can tell you what I'm seeing from the town so far. It is completely different to how it was a couple of weeks ago. And obviously we've got this massive wall of sand where they've dug this trench for a long way by the looks of it. Obviously to trap the oil when the tide comes in. And protect the rest of the beach as well. I know there's been some criticism about the speed in which operations got underway, but you know, I think when a disaster like that hits you without any warning at all, are you expected to just mobilise thousands of people and hundreds of pieces of equipment and have a plan? No, it shouldn't be. People need to be realistic, I think. But there are people here from all over Russia come to help, which is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Kids' playground, I don't remember seeing that. That's new. So are these. Do you know, every time I come to this town, there's something new. They're building something new for the kids. Or for people. There's always something being built along here. But that's new. That wasn't there last time I came here. Awesome. Lots of lights in the trees, so it probably looks really pretty down here at night. And we've got some snowmen sandcastles. There's the Russian version of Only Fools and Horses. His name's Arthur Larder, not Del Boy Trotter. It's lovely to see lots of people down here. Gives you hope. I didn't have that a couple of weeks ago when I came here, I can assure you. It's going to take a long time for the oil to come off of these walkways. You can see the black spots. This is what's ended up on the volunteers' feet when they've come down here to clear it up. Look at that. I'm going to go back to this. Brilliant. A visual description of bricks. So there you go. Fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, is your beach decorated like this? Do you live in a seaside resort? Or are you a bit more inland? Where are you watching from? I'm surprised there's anything down here, to be honest. I'm surprised that they've found the time and the space, but the Russian spirit is strong. Alright, let's try and catch up with a bit of chat. Zachary, what about Chamorro? Don't know, what about it? Don't know what it is. You're going now on board with you. Can I do a backflip? Retard. Yeah, you Master, amazing volunteer work for sure. Yeah, absolutely has been. Like Christmas poo from South Park. Yeah. Let's try and shelter from the wind so you're not subjected to the wind noise. While I catch up a bit. They should be white. Well, they're sand. Can't be white, can they? Bricks, yeah, indeed. Amazing job was done on that beach, and is still being done, mate. Aries, $1 US equals 105 rubles. Okie doke. Right, well, I'm going to head back inland because it's more of the same. I can walk for miles around this beach, but today it's too bloody cold, so I ain't gonna. But I do want to spare a thought for the volunteers that are out there all day. They've got lots of shelters set up for them to go and get warm and get fed, hot food, etc. While they work, and yeah, I'll take my hat off to them. You can make donations to help buying equipment, etc, etc. And I've posted that donation page on my Telegram channel, so join my Telegram group, have a look, and if you can donate and help them, it'd be greatly appreciated. That's the Grand Hotel there in the distance there, 5-star, right on the beach, very nice. for now. We're going to head back into the town. Raka? Sorry, hang on, let me stop. Raka. What are your plans for New Year? So just going to have a quiet one at home. With the family. Well, I say quiet. Depends how quiet I am when I'm drunk, I don't know. So I'm usually drunk. So I have no idea. It's a bit like telling somebody that they're snoring. They usually have no concept of that. So, yeah. I intend to have maybe 1 or 2 glasses of light sparkling wine. Yeah, right. And I'm going to build a curry. That's what I'm going to do. So I haven't had a curry for a while, and I've just got an urge to have a curry. So that's going to be my mission for tomorrow. Buying lots of ingredients, making a curry for everyone for tomorrow night. I wonder how difficult it would be for me to find the car again. So, if you just joined us, this is Anapa, a town in southern Russia on the coast of the Black Sea, about 60 miles from Crimea, about 300 kilometres from Sochi, and Turkey is that way. Through that arch, start swimming. Italian pizza. Do you know, I didn't know that was there. Interesting. I do like going and walk about. You're always finding something new. They do a nice kebab in here. And I am properly hungry now. Talking about curries and looking in that restaurant, that was fatal. This is the... Oh, it smells amazing. Oh, my God. Keep walking, Chris, keep walking. So this is the aqua park on the seafront. Very big aqua park, lots and lots of slides and flumes, etc. But it's off season, so they shut it down, I think, end of September or October. And then they take it apart, make repairs, alter it, modify it, add new bits, all ready for next year. Andre, that region has ruined your inner Brit. Wine, champagne, only stout. Andre, you're absolutely right, it has. You know, I was a Guinness and ale man when I came here. But if you move to a wine region when you're not a wine drinker, which I really wasn't, but if you move to a wine region and it's lovely, it's not that crap, that battery acid that we get fed in the UK. We're told that it's wonderful wine, love it, you must try this, and it's crap, isn't it? Let's face it, literally battery acid. You drink 2 glasses and you're up all night with chest pains. When you come to a place like this, where the wine is, well, this is going to be very uncouth, where you'd want to pour it into a pint glass because it's that nice, and the same with the champagne. Another crocodile farm, by the way, because why not? What's wrong with that? Crocodiles in the high street. Yeah, when it's again, and again, House of Horror, a bit like my internet connection. Always try and read Russian when I'm out. didn't say I could. I just said I'd try. It's very challenging. I think it would be a lot easier if all the letters were just completely different. If they were just completely different symbols, you'd have a better chance. But when, like, a Hannah is Anapa, it's hard. And Ectopar is restaurant. Yeah, that's how the English brain would read that. If you're new to the Russian language, that's how your brain will read that. And you've got to understand that a P isn't a P, it's an R. The C isn't a C, it's an S. And the H isn't an H, it's an N. That's the tip of the iceberg. But if you want to learn Russian, have a look at my homepage on the YouTube channel, or join my Telegram group. Got a lovely lady that does online lessons for you. Her name's Oksana, and yeah, she's amazing teacher, fully qualified English and Russian teacher. So she'll teach English to Russians and Russian to English people, all online, face-to-face interactual, oh, another made-up word, interactive. Yeah, really good platform. So take a look at that, and she'll be able to teach you Russian. Andre, I'm a wine person actually. Been living in Brussels for 5-6 years as well. There is a good French wine that is cheaper than water in a shop. It was a nice time. Have you had any Russian wine? Because I've drunk, you know, wine and champagne at odd occasions throughout my life, and I've never drunk it and sort of thought, oh, that's amazing. I've always thought, yeah, it's all right. Nothing's blown me away. But coming here, plenty has. Lots of them have really made me go, oh my God, that's gorgeous. Especially the champagne. So, yeah, my question, mate, is have you drunk any Russian wine? Oh. Sounds like the boys are dropping Christmas presents. Won't be filming that. Where's this? Brian. This is a town called Anapa in southern Russia on the coast of the Black Sea, about 60 miles from Crimea. That's where it is. Amsterdam, no it's not. No, it's Mother Russia. Is Russia cold now? If you ask a question about Russia, about weather in Russia, then the answer is yes, always, because it has every climate you can think of. So it really depends where you are. It's 4 degrees here today in Anapa. So yeah, for me that's chuffing cold. But there are plenty of other areas in Russia that are much colder. But Russia isn't all about snow, trust me. This is a seaside resort town, and in the summer it's late 30s. Same climate as the south of France, so it's wonderful. I tried all Russian wines. You're not German, are you, Andre? Tried all the Russian wines and champagne. Champagne is okay. Wine for me personally is French or Italian. Yeah, yeah. I did have a bottle of Romanian wine once that a guy that used to work with me. He brought me a bottle. We went home to Romania and came back with some sausages and a bottle of wine, and it was something Ovidiu, I think it was called, and it translated to Tears of Ovidiu, which I think was a Romanian, possibly a president or a famous figure in Romania anyway, and that wine was freaking lovely, but it had all been delisted everywhere. I couldn't find it for sale anywhere. And when he went back again, he said it wasn't available in the shops, which is a shame because it was gorgeous. 7 degrees here and I'm in Alaska. Wow, bloody hell, Brian. 3 cups. Is the Russian economy really going downhill? It's in the news. Is the news lying to me? Oh my God. I mean, you're late to the party, mate, but well done. At least you're out asking the questions. Most people are still completely blinkered and believe what comes out of their telly box. Simple answer is yes. Absolute load of lies, load of tosh. Russian economy is booming. Has grown 4% this year. There is growth, spending, agricultural expansion, construction, everywhere. Everywhere I go, there is something new being built. So yes, mate, that's the simple answer. Is the RU economy really going downhill? Bad inflation? No, I mean, of course it's got inflation, but look at what Russia is going through at the moment. The most sanctioned country in the world, where it's currently in an ongoing financial and military situation with how many countries? 30, 40 countries against Russia on its own. So look at what it's going through. It should be on its knees, which was their plan. Unfortunately, they miscalculated. They miscalculated in a huge way. The West, they don't know Russians and they don't know Russia. They just thought they did. Mistake. So yes, there is inflation, like there is in any other country. However, to counter that inflation, you can get 23% on your savings in the bank. Yep, I did say 23, not 2.3. In fact, 2.3% on your savings in the UK would be considered extremely high interest rate return, that would be. But here I get 23% on savings in the bank. Yeah, let that sink in. So yeah, there might be inflation. Case in point, let's talk about fuel, petrol. That's one that anybody can understand. When I came here in October 2021, price for a litre of petrol was about 51 rubles, I think. It's now 58 rubles. So 50 pence for a litre. And that's in, what's that, 3 years? I don't think that's too bad. Oh, that's just fake news. Yes, it is indeed fake news. Have a look at my channel. You tell me what you think. Look at some of my videos. Look at some of my lives. You tell me whether you think the Russian economy is on its arse. You tell me. What's the general population's opinion of Putin? It's difficult for me to speak for 156 million people. What I can tell you is everybody I know and everybody I've spoken to and spoken about the subject is massive support. It isn't what the West says. It's not a dictatorship. It's none of that crap. Please just throw all of that in the bin. It's just nonsense. Everybody understands what Putin has done for this country. And the government, you have to say that, you know, Putin is the label that the West sticks on everything. But he's just one man. And he's part of a team. And what that administration has done for Russia is absolutely staggering. Really is. So all I can say is my experience with people about Vladimir Putin is all positive. He has massive support, and his support, I think, has grown. It's not got less. But then he had over 80% support in the last election, and that was an honest and fair election. So, you know, despite the West saying, oh, people were being this and oh, what a load of crap. If you hear anything in the West about Russia, just flip it 180. It's projection. I'm Estonian, living in Tallinn, 500 kilometres from St. Petersburg. Wow. Wow. I used to know an Estonian through racing. Can't remember his bloody name. Oh dear. No, it's gone. Can't remember it. Might come to me later. What's the number of dead soldiers in a war? I hear a lot of Russian men gone. Brian, yeah, not something I can comment on. I have no comprehension because numbers aren't produced from either side. Only bullshit, only absolute rubbish. You know, you hear Zelensky saying that Ukraine has lost 40,000 soldiers. I think he means that in a month, by the way. But he tells everybody through the conflict 40,000 soldiers, which is, it's ludicrous. Even the West, just by counting graves, the number was, last time I heard, well over 400,000, and it's far in excess of that. But it's not about numbers of people dead, that's a terrible thing. Nobody should be dead. None of this should have happened. The West should have listened. Simple as that. They should have heeded the warning that they were given for year upon year upon year. But they didn't. Free cuts, thank you for clarifying. I just sub. Do you know what? Join my Telegram group. If you want clarification, join that, because you can ask any question of us in there. And there's a lot of people in there far more knowledgeable than me that will give you much better answers. What I do is speak on what I know about, and I don't guess. If I don't know, I'll just say, I'm sorry, I don't know. But join the Telegram group. Really, really great group. Hopefully Grassy Mountain. Thanks for telling the truth. Oh, wow. My pleasure. It's all I ever aim to do. So Walter, interesting insight. Cheers. As always, it's my experience, my opinion based on my life here in Russia. That's all it is. I don't listen to or watch, I'm going to put in air quotes, the news, because it isn't. It's one side of a story. It is not news. And that's what we're brainwashed with in the West. We are brainwashed to believe that it's news, that it's unbiased, and it gives an unbiased view of world events. Crap. Absolute lies. It doesn't give an unbiased view of world events. It gives a very biased view of world events. And that's based on a Western narrative. It makes me angry because I've been lied to all my life about Russia and Russians by our media, of what it's like here and what people are like, and it's freaking lies. And you come here and it blows your mind because you realise that what you've been told all your life isn't true. And that's a hard pill. That's difficult to swallow. So it makes you all of a sudden question everything. Because you think, well, if I've been lied to about this, what else have I been lied about? So yeah, for me, it made me angry when I came here. Not for the place or the people, but for the lies that I've been told about it. And it took me a while. It was very disorientating. It took me a long time to sort of adjust and, understand a bit more about Russia. And I certainly don't understand Russia, to any depth at all. What I can tell you is the life that I have, I couldn't have anywhere else. I'm certain of that, certainly in my experience. And I've been all throughout Europe, and I couldn't have the life that I have anywhere else, that I visited anyway. Marco Martin, his Batman was British and died in a crash. Okay. Martianas, sure. Sorry. Gvazdatis. I butchered your name, mate. I'm really sorry. Hi. Sergey. Yeah, I'm watching the US media from time to time. It's hilarious. It is hilarious. It shouldn't be, should it? It should be truthful. It should be something that, you can turn on and think, oh, I'm getting a fair assessment of any given situation. But it's not. It's absolute lies. Absolute lies. And I know that because I've been on both sides of it, unlike anybody that's reporting in the media. All these people telling you about Russia when they've never been here. Genius. You haven't got to be a rocket scientist to work out that that's crap. How can anybody give an opinion on something that they know nothing about? Got disconnected. I was speaking too much truth, wasn't I? As soon as I go on a western rant, all of a sudden my connection dies. Weird that. Wonder why that is. Anyhow, not allowed to rant, am I? Anyhow, I'm lost. So, should be fun looking for the car. I don't know where it is. I don't know if I'm walking towards it or away from it. I suppose what I could do is play my live stream back to myself in reverse, couldn't I? And find out where I came from. I've got a feeling it's not this road. Oh well, you guys get to see all. Sorry, I keep getting disconnected. I have a question. What do you think about the Russian cut in Finland and Estonia C2 power cables? Well, I tell you what I think about that. I think that is the Western narrative straight away. I love how they've managed to work that out so quickly. I think it's quite staggering that they can release these news stories that these newspaper journalists, in air quotes, make so quickly without any investigation. I also think it's amazing that they can work out that was Russia and they still don't know who blew up Nord Stream. Funny that, isn't it? So that's what I think about it. I think that if it's been reported in Western media, I'll take it with a pinch of salt and throw it over my shoulder, because it ain't worth giving it any more thought than that, because chances are it's rubbish. Bit of sushi, bit of wasabi. Right. Now, Chris, where are you? This is the question. Right, I'm going to walk this way. Why, you may ask? Well, I don't know. I'm going to walk this way in a vain attempt to hope that I keep connection for a start, so you guys can carry on looking at Russia in its beauty and its eclecticness. Shevchenko Street. Rings a bell. Well, that's some stunning. I'm not going to call that parking, I'm going to call that abandonment. It's not really parked, was it? Typical taxi driver. I don't know why he's stopping for me. I just want to cross the road. He's looking for somebody, but it ain't me. Michael Park was Mapman name in Wales. WRC, they crashed. We have a memorial in Tallinn. So sorry for that. Rally. Okay. Was 39 years old. Okay. Yeah, a lot of the rally heroes, well, certainly from my era, are dead, aren't they? Richard Burns, Colin McRae, and the two obvious ones. Back in the day when rallying was rallying, I don't know what it's like now, but... In which city you are doing live? And from Baltic country, by the way. I am in Anapa, A-N-A-P-A, in the Krasnodarsky Krai region, on the coast of the Black Sea, about 60 miles from Crimea. That's where I am. Latvia, Lithuania, question mark. Yep, Baltic states. Mainstream media, Russia's fault, always. Yeah. No, it's not, is it? It's not Russia's fault, it's Putin's fault. I've said this before. I'd love to meet the guy, because, you know, you sort of get a mental picture of somebody based on their voice, or, you know, what people have told you about them, or whatever. You sort of start to form a mind's eye picture. Well, my mind's eye picture of Vladimir Putin is that he's 200 feet tall, and he's made of some kind of liquid metal titanium alloy, and that he's completely indestructible, and is capable of time travel and teleportation. That's my image of the guy. And I think what we see on TV can't be him, because he's... Oh, look at the food. Holy shit, I'm hungry. Yeah, that's my image of the guy, because considering what he has been accused of and what the West tells you he is guilty of and what he has done, that's who he must be. He must be that person. He must be this 200-foot high Leviathan. Reality is, of course, it's not the case, is it? Reality is that 99% of what the West has spun out to be true is not. Case in point, go back 2.5, 3 years, start listening to when you were hearing all of the stories about what had happened, and then tell me how many are actually true now. How much of it was lies, how much of it was conspiracy theory. As I always say, the difference between the truth and the conspiracy theory is about 6 months. Right. Okay, well, it ain't this road. So I've definitely just walked around in a circle, which means it must be... It is. Yes, yes, yes. He says, yes, 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 but maybe no, no, no. But let's go this way, because I think I should have gone down the main road where those traffic lights are. In case you're wondering, I've lost my car. So I didn't take a lot of notice of where I parked it. So now I'm sort of wandering about a bit. Who's winning? Is that a question? No, seriously, I'm being honest. Is that an honest question? I know what you're talking about the current military situation, let's call it that. And the reason I'm calling it that is not for fear of retribution, but I'm calling it that because Western media wants to call it a war all the time. But war is a legal term, and it isn't, because Kiev is still there. The Ukrainian government is still there. So it isn't a war. It is exactly what it's been called, and that's a special military operation, which is a legal term. Up from that is anti-terrorist operation, or special terrorist operation, and then up from that is declared war. So it isn't that, and it makes a difference. It makes a huge difference. So it's not me being pedantic, it just makes a massive difference. Yeah. So yeah, there I went on a rant. I probably got disconnected. But who's winning? 3/4 the Willie. 3/4 time Willie. Okay. Honestly, you want an honest answer to that? Okay. The honest answer is there is no winners in war or military conflict. There's just a lot of death. But what I can tell you is Russia advances every single day. Apart from this little pocket in Kursk where Ukraine came onto Russian territory, and which is, you know, everybody goes, oh, they haven't managed to push them out. They don't need to push them out when they just create a cauldron and allow troops to come in and kill them. Why? Everybody's got this obsession with territory and holding territory. It's not about that. It is about attrition. It is about wearing down your enemy. And if that means that you create a cauldron where your enemy continuously comes in and you continuously kill them, why do you need to move? You just sit there and let them come to you. Die. Come, die. Come, die. It's a terrible thing. Terrible thing. I'm not trying to glorify it in any way, but it's absolute pitch perfect military strategy. Your losses are minimal compared to your enemies, which are maximum. That's Kursk, sorry, not Kursk. That's the Kursk region. That's exactly what's happening there. Tens of thousands of people have been killed there. So yeah, the simple answer is there is only one side that's winning, and that's the side that advances. That's the side that continuously makes more ground. That's the side that, despite having 30, 40 countries against it, still moves forward. Yeah. And the funny thing is, most of the soldiers fighting are contract soldiers. They are not the main Russian army. And there's a reason for that. Everybody seems to think in the West that Russia is fully committed all of their military might to this operation. And that's not the case. Because what if the West tried to take this as an opportunity to invade Russia or attack Russia on a different front from one of the Baltic states or somewhere else? What do you think? They would just walk in because Russia hasn't got any military? No. Kind of not really going to happen, is it? So just don't believe what you're told in the West, because it's all lies. So honestly, that's the truth. What is the Russian media saying about the oil tanker that the Finnish have taken? I don't know, is the honest answer. I haven't seen any news on the oil tanker other than Western news saying it's been seized and blah blah blah. It's political. That's all it is. It's political. So yeah. The media in the US tells us Russia is getting beat up. Yeah, how's that working out? I've been saying that for 3 years now, haven't they? Yeah. Well, oh yeah, I could stand here all day and quote figures and numbers, but you know, I'll probably get the channel turned off. There's no need. All I say is whatever you hear in Western media, just go and research. Go to the source. When they start quoting numbers, instead of some retard that's sat in New York bashing away at his keyboard trying to pretend that he knows what's going on, just go and do some research yourself. Go to lots of different sources, because everything you'll see printed in the Western media will soon be you'll be able to see the real story and go, well, that's a load of rubbish, because it all is, to be honest. So yeah, I mean, like I say, I'm 60 miles from Crimea. According to the Western media, I'm living in a war zone. You know, I'm dodging bullets and missiles. So I haven't got a house with a swimming pool. I'm not enjoying my life. I'm not just walked along the beach. No, that can't happen. Furby, howdy, Chris. Hello, mate. How are you doing? No one is winning. We're all going to lose from that. That's my opinion. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there is no winners regarding this. There is an outcome, and that outcome will favour Russia. But I wouldn't call it a victory. You know, how can the death of hundreds of thousands of people be called a victory ever? Not convinced of any peace plans in the near future, but the West is pretty doomed. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people think that Donald Trump is some kind of saviour. I disagree. I think you've got more chance with Trump because Harris was just a repeat of the Biden administration, just a puppet. I think you've got more chance with Trump because he's a businessman. Whether he's intellectually sound or whether he's the world's greatest diplomat, no. But he's a businessman and a ruthless one at that. So he sees numbers. And you've got more chance with that than you did have with the lunatic, nut job, and his administration that's currently in power, and the silly moo that was trying to get in power. So, yeah. Have done any road trips to the north of Siberia? No, I have not. No, this is as cold as I want to be, mate. There will be no winners, just one loser. Yeah. Unfortunately, you're right. Anyhow, I found the car. So, we're going to go driving. And, yeah. Going to head home. And it's going to drop connection a few times. If you stay around, great. But if you don't, I'll fully understand why. But I've got to head home because I'm bloody starving. Let's put you guys up there for a minute. Oh, yeah, one, I'm starving because I'm looking at all that food. And two, I'm cold. Actually cold. Right. Whoa.
Whoa. A bit loud, wasn't it? Rude. So, guys, thank you for joining me. If you're here from the beginning, well, quite frankly, you're mental. But I appreciate it. Thank you. Please look at my channel if you haven't already. Please subscribe. Please share videos. Please thumbs up this. Stick around. I'm not going to turn you off. Misses. But no idea on the connection. Never done this before. This is a first. Driving whilst live streaming. So, did you saw a lot of videos? Russian army driving scooter and golf carts, dirt bikes driving front lines. I don't get what Russian generals are thinking. I wouldn't take a lot of notice of that, mate. Sergey, thanks, Chris, and Happy New Year. Same to you, mate. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, as I said, if it's reported in Western media, just ignore it. To be honest, there isn't a lot of. I haven't seen anything that I've looked at in Western media and thought that's truthful. I honestly mean that. I really haven't. I haven't looked at anything in the news and thought, oh yeah, that's an accurate depiction of this particular event. I've become very sceptical over the last few years with the media, and rightly so, because I've just found out more and more that it's just a propaganda machine. It's just a one-sided narrative. The media prints what they're told to print by various intelligence agencies from various countries. It isn't news. The closest I've come to news is actually here, where I can watch Western news, and it's reported nightly on Russian TV. Can you say that? If you're in the West, can you say you watch Russian news? No, you don't. Why is that? I don't want you to hear the other side of the story. So, yeah, there we go. Anyhow, I'm going to flip you back round so you can see where we're going, possibly. And Happy New Year to all. Drive safely. I always try to drive safely. But yeah, have a look at my channel. There's all sorts of weird and wonderful videos on there. Very, very varied. Lots of different live streams. I try and live as often as possible. Give you guys a chance to ask questions that you might want an answer to. But failing that, join my Telegram group and you can ask anything you want in there. And there's a lot of good people in there. Very, very knowledgeable people that will be able to give you an answer. And yeah, like I say, try and live stream as often as possible for that reason, to give you guys some answers. Oh, I do love this car. It's an absolute pleasure to drive. And yeah, I think my latest upload is our house for sale. So yeah, have a look. We've just completed it. We just started enjoying it, and now we're selling it. I know it's a genius move. Still not convinced of the reasons, to be fair. It's difficult when you've spent a long time living a house build every single day, and then finally getting to the end of it to then decide to sell it. So yeah, it's not it's not my best idea, but in my defence, it wasn't necessarily my idea. But the wife's right. She is right. She's always bloody right. Yeah, we're not getting any younger, and it's going to be too big for us. So yeah, have a look at that Russian house for sale. Have a look what your money can buy, what Western money can buy out here. The price for a one-bedroom flat in south of England, you can buy. I think it's a nice house with a swimming pool and a sauna, and terraces and a garage. 900 square meters of land for the price of a one-bedroom flat. So yeah, have a look, see what you think. So that's Anapa. We've had a little drive around and a walkabout. Green Duck restaurant. Look at that. No idea what that is, but I am now curious, but not in a non-buy way. I hope you understand. Green Duck restaurant. It's got to be Chinese, isn't it? I hope so. Gonna have to try it out anyway. Right, I'm at the traffic lights. Let's have a quick look. Andre, no idea what that says, but cheers. Look where you drive. Well, the good thing about this car is it will self-drive, so it's got lane departure and lane assist and anti-collision and steering and all of that. So it actually drives for me, which is quite nice. Do you ever watch UK column news as they have unbiased and factual reports? No. I watch things like The Duran with Alex Christoforou and Alexander Mercouris because they give a very level and unbiased view. So I watch things like that, but I don't watch any. If it comes out of the TV, I don't bother. The only thing I watch on TV is the occasional film. Yeah. I can see a local post bank. Cool. Honda. There's a girl on that, giving it the beans. Good girl. Well done. I watch Russian and West news, but when I watch Russian videos, that they will nuke everybody. Yeah. Did you saw the Russian news videos? Yes. All of this talk of nukes, is that a possibility? Of course it is. Given the escalatory ladder that the West is on, then that is a possibility. Of course it is. But it is a last resort. Russia's nuclear doctrine is very clear. So, the West really needs to reel its neck in. The house looks amazing. There's so much space for growing food. Thank you. That's very kind. Yeah, there is 900 square meters of it. Lots and lots of room. Lots of fruit trees. Lots of opportunity to grow your veg and stuff if that's your thing, if that's what you want to do. It was our next project, was the garden, but we're going to sell it instead. Brilliant, eh? Right, let's crack on a bit, get past the traffic. There we go. Yeah. Oh, hello. Dodged the bullets. Oh, what a beautiful colour on that Range Rover. It's got to be a wrap. What a lovely colour. Gorgeous. It's just been freshly washed. I did miss my Range Rover until I got this. It's a Val. I've got to say, it is that good. I'm just enjoying my massage seat at the moment. My heated steering wheel. So coming up on the left is the Memorial Park, the military park, where you'll see some tanks, some helicopters, field guns, and some planes. Su-27, one of my all-time favourite planes, actually. Love the thing. It's an awesome bit of kit. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Just up here, a couple hundred metres. We're going to go right, head out of town. So hopefully we've still got connection and you can see these. We've got a couple of helicopters and then some tanks and then a big old Su-27 with number 22 on it. Some more tanks and some field artillery. Really cool place, and I will do a live stream from there at some point. So back out past the farmers market on the right. Lots of fine produce in there coming out of the fields around us. And as you can see, we're 60 kilometres from Novorossiysk. Oh, a bit tired. Oh, that walking in fresh air and no food. I'll just pull over for a minute. See if we've got any comments to catch up on. Martinez, what size are your house and where I can see your house video? It's on my YouTube channel. So have a look. Cadastre size is 248 square meters, but we all know that includes terraces and etc. I think the house is about 140 square meters. UK column news are a lot like the Duran. Oh, okay, cool. Range Rovers have terrible reliability. Ibra Stella, it really depends on the model. I've had two Range Rovers and both of them have been bulletproof, but both were 4.4 V8 TDIs or TDV8s, and both of them bomb-proof. If you get the 3 litre one, yeah, dashboard looks like a Christmas tree. So it really depends on the model with a Range Rover, and it also depends on how it's been looked after. A lot of people people will buy a Range Rover Sport that's had 10 owners, that's got next to no service history, and it's done 120,000 miles, and they'll moan about its reliability. So here's a good example of the roundabout. So we're on the roundabout now, but I've got to give way to the car coming from the right, joining the roundabout. So I've got to stop here and wait for this car. There he goes, or she goes. How bizarre is that? And yet the other way, you've got to give way to the traffic that's on the roundabout. So half of the roundabout, the people on the roundabout have the right of way, and the other half, the people coming onto the roundabout, have the right of way. Really bizarre. You get used to it. It works. So back in amongst the grapes, the vineyards, or the fields where the vines are grown on our right, and all of this on our right is a brow d'Ursault. Lots and lots and lots of grapes, far as the eye can see. Yeah, I love visiting Anapa, but it's lovely to leave it and go home. Head on back out into the country, out to the sticks. Um, should be a 15 or 20-minute journey home. And like I say, I'm pretty sure I'll lose connection with you guys. But do lose connection, just drop onto my Telegram channel, or have a look at my YouTube channel, have a look at some videos I've got on it. But like I say, our location for our house, I think, is really good, because it's just this road. There we go, lost a bit of connection then. There we go, lost a bit of connection then. Let me pull over, do a bit of catching up. There we go, look, right next to a browser. So range is too expensive to service in the EU. MB is much better. Well, I've got to be honest, Andre. This Haval that I've got, H9, is fantastic. Absolutely love it. Did you spend a lot of money for buying a house if you build your house? Yeah, I don't know. It depends what you call a lot of money, really. What's your base? Our house is for sale for 22.75 million rubles, which equates to about 200 grand in UK money, which buys you a one-bedroom flat in the UK if you're lucky. Is about £1,000 to road tax in Britain. What? Yeah, probably. Well, when I left Britain, my Range Rover was £560 for road tax for a year. I don't know what it is now. Yeah, that's why Chris moved taxi. Well, it's one of the many reasons I moved. Right, I fell in love with Russia. So, yeah, the cost of living in the UK is just obscene. And people argue that the wages are high, but they're not. They're really not in comparison. Um, there's a much better standard of living out here in Russia than there is in the UK. And that's fact. That's not propaganda. That's fact. So it's a bit foggy out here. Pea soupy. So we're driving through, on the right, vineyards, and on the left, sunflower fields. So in the summer, all these fields on our left are just full of hundreds of thousands of sunflowers. Go on for miles. It's absolutely beautiful. Really, really pretty. Oh, dear. So we're heading towards our village, which is called Gostogayevskaya, or Gustagayevskaya, something along those lines. And normally on a non-foggy day, the view here is stunning, beautiful. You've got lakes down here, and you've got all the hills, vineyards. It's really pretty. You've got some dachas. This is a dacha area, and it's really pretty. But on a foggy day, yeah, not so good. But when we get back into to our village, I'll drive round a local housing estate or housing development that's being built at the moment. And if we've still got signal, you can see some new modern Russian housing. Like I say, I think the signal will pop in and out, so bear with. Please, if you can, thumbs up the video or the live stream, and please share it. Please share some of my other videos. It's the only way that it's very green, our region. Lots of agriculture all around us. Which is another reason why we like this area. Lots of fresh fruit and veg, not just the wine. So only another kilometre or two, and we're back at the village. And like I say, just as we go into the village, on the right hand side is a new housing development. So we'll have a little drive around there so you can see some brand new houses. I did actually do a walk round video of it a few weeks ago. It might have been a live stream, I don't know, I can't remember now. I prefer to do live streams, if I'm honest, but the channel doesn't just grow on live streams, it needs videos on there as well. So my latest series of videos is going to be about temporary residency, and if you look at the move to Russia, what's involved. And part one of that video is on my channel now. That is documents, what documents you will need. One thing I will mention regarding the police check that you'll need when you get it in the UK, you will need to send it away to be apostilled, which is an official process that certifies the certificate as being real and genuine. So you need to get that done. But have a look at the video, check it out. It just it's part one. It details the documents that you're going to need. So here's the housing estate on the right here, development, and we're going to have a little look round. Could have gone up there. Didn't realise. Should have gone there. Oh well, got this one. So this place sells banyas, saunas. Pick them up, drop them in your back garden, ready made. It's a big cultural thing out here in Russia. Sauna, banya, very important part of the culture. Right, let's have a quick look. Like I say, this is a new development, all new houses. That one's for sale, single story. I think this is a dead end. I think this is where the development stops. So, as you can see, it is in the process of being built. So, no road yet, but gas has been run to the houses. I can see that, and obviously this will be a tarmac road when it's finished. When they finish the other houses. And where can I turn round? Can I turn round there? Probably. Maybe. Yeah. Please let me know in the comments whether you like this kind of video, a drive around kind of video. Let's get some diff locks in. I don't want to get stuck. It's very muddy. Yes, as you can see, they're in mid-progress. No point going any further, because that's it. Plenty of mud. It's always the way with a building site. This is one of many developments in our village. There's just construction everywhere. So somebody asked me earlier whether the Russian economy was nosediving like it's reported in the West. I think you can see the answer to that there. Either I can see a lot of farmers moving to Russia as they're getting pushed off the land in the UK due to net zero scam. Yeah. Furby, nice to see you. Yeah, quality of life is rising in Eastern Europe, while Western Europe is taking a real nosedive. It is. Yeah. It seems to be accelerating. Have you been to the Ural Mountains? No, I haven't. I haven't left our region. Haven't left our area, sorry. Andre, don't mention gas, please. Europeans looking as well. Two painful questions. Yeah, there's a lot of. I mean, if you're in the UK, you're going to be getting some gas price rises next year, because Ukraine has refused to renew the transit contract, which allowed Russian gas to go through through Ukraine into Europe. So it's not Russia cutting you off. You will be told it is Russia cutting you off, but it's not. It's not the case at all. But it's one big giant scam, effectively. But it does mean that your prices are going to increase significantly. Oh, lots of mud flying off of the car. I'm going to go for a drive to get all that crap off. Dread to think what state the car's in. It's going to need a good wash. But here we are, back in our village. I'll go down some of these little back roads that I haven't been down. In fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do. See where I end up while I'm out. Right, let's go down here. So again, a good example of a little back street in the village of the main road. I don't think I've been down here, so I've no idea where it goes. Might not go anywhere by the looks of it. No, it doesn't go anywhere. Other than into somebody's house. I better turn around. That's why I've never been down here. Let's try the next one along. Go down this one. Here we go, village life.